Hey everyone, are you ready for this crazy journey? Laura wants to help a 7-year-old boy realize his dream, and it's actually Ryan's little fan. Laura actually had known about Ryan's existence for quite some time, because her son is his devoted superfan, and at this moment, she was eagerly anticipating sharing the big news. Just then, the convenience store owner chimed in, a Ryan fan seeking a selfie. Too hilarious. How could Ryan let her fan down? After that guy left, she didn't bring up Danny anymore. With that said, Laura just couldn't say no. Everyone was stunned yet chuckling. Then, they headed to the mall for Laura's transformation. When she reappeared in front of Ryan, she was a whole new person. Holding hands and walking through the crowd, they suddenly ended up on a little island. Ryan thought, this is just too dramatic. She thought they were headed to a 5-star restaurant, but it was all a misunderstanding. Talk about a plot twist. Ryan hurriedly apologized, saying it was all her fault. Seeing Laura happy, she thought, well, this is great. Seeing her happy, Ryan felt joyful too. They sat facing each other, and music filled the air. The vibe was just intoxicating. Invited by Ryan, they danced on the beach, feeling each other's warmth. It was so romantic it made them want to laugh. They were only awakened from this bliss by the end of the music, lying on the ground, happily gazing at the starlit sky. Unbeknownst to them, time slipped away until the morning of the next day. Ryan enlisted the help of a small fisherman by the roadside. What an incredibly smart decision it was. Laura rushed to the yacht at the last second, but just then her boss appeared out of nowhere. Talk about a scare. Upon entering the office, the boss immediately started grilling her, pointing out that besides her, Ryan was the only passenger who hadn't returned on time last night. Laura pleaded with anxiety in her heart, yet facing the boss with a stern expression, all her efforts clearly seemed to be in vain. Ultimately, Laura couldn't keep the job. When Ryan found out, he wanted to speak up for her, but she was stopped. The accommodation arranged by the new company was truly pitifully shabby and deplorable, but Ryan had a far more desirable and comfortable spot waiting for her. Turns out the boss suspected something because Laura previously spilled the beans to Ryan. But in this island resort, Ryan introduced Laura to the owner. They were once rivals, but now they are friends. Though life here was far more enjoyable than that on the boat, Laura was still deeply touched. In these 2 days, she finally experienced the long-yearned life. It was like a dream come true. By the pool at night, they shared a kiss. It was so romantic, it made them laugh. Just when she dreamed of the future, reality threw a bucket of cold water. Her father brought her mother over, and they want her to leave. Just as the video ended, Ryan sneaked up from behind with a well-prepared necklace. Laura was instantly overjoyed, but then her face fell. She returned the necklace to Ryan, totally confused. Laura realized she couldn't hide any longer, and finally shared her sob story with Ryan. It was both heartbreaking and funny. Ryan stepped closer, expressing his love for her. Laura was moved yet couldn't help but chuckle at this confession. They decided not to exchange numbers and deal with their lives separately. They agreed to meet in 2 months at the St. Petersburg Square. He gave her the photos from their journey, and their last moment of reluctance was truly heartwarming. It was less than a month, and she saw her son again. Laura was over the moon, gifting her son Ryan's autograph. It was like winning the lottery. Seeing Ryan again, Laura's mood changed drastically. Her mother's intentions were even more complicated. She wanted to take Danny away, making a naked threat. Laura refused to budge. Laura would have given in before, but the situation is entirely different now. She first found a cleaning job, then picked the right moment to meet her ex. The man thought she had a change of heart until he saw the loyal letter in her folder. He was dumbfounded. She had evidence of his long-term drinking problem and planned to use it as leverage. Laura's silence was the best answer, leaving the man dumbfounded and puzzled as he exited the restaurant. She realized she could finally embrace a new life. On her way home, she spotted a huge headline, "Former football star Ryan makes a comeback." Turns out Ryan's recovery was going great with the help of doctors and agents. Surely a gem of a guy. Following his agent's advice, Ryan joined a highly promising team. The future looks bright. Time flies, soon the agreed date arrived. Ryan arrived early in St. Petersburg. The next day, Ryan went to the Palace Square early, feeling excited and nervous. A great show was about to unfold. Just as he left, Danny and kids downstairs playing ball had an accident. Suspense never stops. Danny was knocked down, but luckily he was saved by the hospital. What a nail biter. But when he would wake up was still a mystery. Laura completely forgot about the promise. At the palace square, Ryan started to get worried, thinking, how am I ever going to see her? Just as Laura remembered, she dashed to the square, only to find it pouring rain. What a drama unfolded. Ryan walked out with one hand on an umbrella. Soon, Laura caught up, but they missed each other. Sigh. They were at the agreed spot, but couldn't find each other, both wondering if the other was sincere.